Then in week 2, they got to play Joe Burrow. Then in week 3, they have to play an incredibly motivated Kirk Cousins and Raheem Morris at head coach. Then in week 4, you have to play what many surmise is one of the most talented quarterbacks in Justin Herbert. And then, you know, after your bye week, hey, congratulations. Hope you had a great week off. Hope you enjoyed the Taylor Swift concert. You got the San Francisco 49ers. It is an absolute bruising schedule to open the season.
And then week 8, they're in trouble too, huh? You just gonna skip over week 8? Shut them boys out last time we was on the field with them. Yeah.
The Las Vegas Raiders are in week 8. Hopefully doing something with 8.
Shout out to AP. There we go. Win games on defense.
James, you're so annoying. Joy Taylor, the schedule, you saw it. I mean, Herbert, Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, 4 top 10 quarterbacks. That's how Patrick Mahomes is starting this thing. You think the schedule's too daunting for a three-peat?
Who? What'd you say? Okay, I don't actually think their schedule is that hard. I'm looking at it completely differently, I guess. Obviously, the first two games are extremely difficult. You're opening with the Bengals, who have had your number many times, and Lamar Jackson, who is coming off of an MVP season, and the Ravens, who we obviously have a lot of respect for. Okay, so let's say that that's a really hard start. For the Chiefs, I don't know if anybody's hard, but opening with the Ravens and Bengals could be perceived as a tough start to the season. Now, I actually think it's a great opportunity for them to take a stranglehold on the AFC as a conference, because if they win both of those games, that's going to come up at the end of the season when we're talking about who ends up getting a bye and home field advantage, and we know that the Chiefs are very good at that. Falcons, I don't know what the Falcons are. Okay. I sure as hell don't know what the Chargers are. Justin Herbert sound good. And I'm just going to be nice about the Saints. Like, okay, so I don't really think that is a very difficult stretch. Then you have a bye, and we know what Andy Reid does off of a bye. We know what he does off of a bye. I know the 49ers are for real. We have a lot of respect for the 49ers. I also know that Andy Reid off of a bye is really, really, really like that. So if I was going to get the Niners, I wouldn't mind doing that off of a bye when I have Andy Reid on my sideline. Then, respectfully, we have the Raiders, okay?
Then it's downhill.
Okay, so there's multiple stretches of the downhill, though, because you have the Raiders, Bucks, and Broncos. We don't know what the Broncos are. We don't know what the Raiders are. And even though we like the Bucks, okay, it's just, okay. Then you got the Bills, all right? Then you have the Panthers, Raiders again, Chargers again. So I think the first 2 games of the season is getting everybody a little sweaty. But this is not a bad schedule for the Chiefs, who, by the way, even if this was an extremely tough schedule, it's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They not going to be in the playoffs or something?
Shady, talk about the opening. Talk about them first few games, because I agree with Joy. I mean, when you got Aiden O'Connell, Baker Mayfield, Bo Nix, Josh Allen without Diggs, Bryce Young, Aiden O'Connell, week 7 and week 13 does nothing for me. Yeah. But I believe it's you win and lose by quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Kirk Cousins, top 10, top 12 guy. Justin Herbert, top 10 guy. In theory, that might be a little something challenging. No L'Jarius Sneed. Yeah, you Purdy right after the bye.
Yeah, he's better than all them guys by a lot, by a long margin. Yeah, all the guys, MVP last year. Who else? You said?
Joe Burrow.
Better than all them guys by a long shot. He is. That's the truth. And I think that it's the Chiefs. And we got to put more respect on the Chiefs. We keep talking about their schedule. We should be talking about the teams playing the Chiefs. They the big dogs, right? And the other thing is like the Niners are probably the hardest team they have to go against. Every time they hype the Niners on how good they are, every time they see them, they whoop on them. I'm not even talking about the Super Bowl. Or the
regular season.
Come on. Yeah. So as much as we're going to talk about this schedule, listen, man, I'm going to be honest about this. Because they didn't taught me something, the Chiefs. You can never count them out, for one. And 2 is, it could be the greatest Packers team. What year you won the championship? Bringing them on there. My 2020 team with the Bucks, bringing them on there. It don't matter. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce, they got to figure it out. And they got to beat them, right? So there's no real issue here. I mean, it's just regular day of the program at work, right? Bring them on.
Yeah, today when I was on my call with Mohan, and he told me this topic, I said, Mo, leave the Chiefs alone. That's all I said to him. and he got it on my thing. Leave the Chiefs alone. And I told him, too, I said, man, I know Acho and y'all do a lot of producing on the show and all that. The Chiefs should never be in our show until the playoffs. I know Patty is great. But until the playoffs, we should talk everybody else, right? Get him some airtime, talk everybody else, because we know when the playoffs come, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And they taught me something, too, because they were at their worst. And it can't go out of my head, right? They were at their worst. And that's the picture we see as we came on this topic. So Leave the Chiefs alone. I ain't even had no notes, none of that. I don't care who they added, what they done added, who the coach is, leave the Chiefs alone until the playoffs start.
The picture in question is Patrick Mahomes once again hoisting a Lombardi trophy.
Another one.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.